Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC P0455 signifies a large leak detected in the Evaporative Emission Control System, EVAP, of the Honda Civic models from 2006 to 2011. The EVAP system is critical for minimizing fuel vapor emissions from the fuel tank, thereby protecting the environment and enhancing fuel efficiency. It operates under specific vacuum and pressure conditions designed to ensure the proper management of fuel vapors. The presence of a fault might indicate problems such as damaged components or loose fittings, which could potentially lead to higher emissions and decreased performance. Before initiating troubleshooting, it is essential to collect all relevant data, including freeze frames and onboard snapshots. This provides a more comprehensive understanding of the issue at hand and helps in focusing on the correct steps to resolve the problem. The P0455 code involves components of the Evaporative Emission Control System, EVAP, primarily located around the fuel tank and associated lines. The system is designed to capture and store fuel vapors that evaporate from the fuel tank, releasing them back into the engine to be burned, rather than venting them into the atmosphere. Critical components include the fuel tank, fuel fill cap, and various hoses. A leak in any of these components, especially a large one, leads to the detection of the P0455 code. Proper location awareness is vital, as different parts might require different approaches for inspection and repair. Identifying the affected components aids in narrowing down the potential sources of the problem during diagnostics. The potential causes of the P0455 code may include a faulty fuel fill cap, a damaged fuel fill pipe, or loose connections within the EVAP system. A fuel fill cap that is not sealing correctly can cause significant air leaks, leading to inaccurate pressure readings and triggering the error code. Additionally, if the fuel fill pipe is cracked or damaged, this could also yield an unsafe environment for proper vapor management. Loose connections at various points can result in air ingress, disrupting the system's often fragile balance of pressure. These causes are among the first checks when diagnosing the issue, as they are relatively easy to evaluate and address. When the P0455 code is triggered, symptoms often include the activation of the check engine light on the dashboard. Drivers might also detect a fuel odor near the vehicle, indicating vapor leakage. Decreased fuel efficiency may also be experienced, as an inefficient EVAP system can cause improper fuel combustion. Problems in the system can escalate, resulting in higher emissions and potential failure to pass emissions tests. Therefore, recognizing these symptoms early can help in preventing further complications down the line. Promptly addressing the issues can also ensure minimized environmental impact. The first troubleshooting step involves checking the fuel fill cap to ensure it is installed correctly. The fuel fill cap should clearly state "tighten to click" and must turn a quarter turn after it is primarily engaged to ensure a proper seal. A cap that is loose or improperly installed can lead to significant air leaks, triggering the P0455 code. Visual inspection should verify that the cap is not missing and confirms that it is tightened appropriately. If the cap is found to be incorrect or improperly secured, it should be replaced or tightened accordingly. Once the cap issue is addressed, the technician can proceed to the next diagnostic steps. Step 2 requires inspecting the fuel fill cap seal to ensure it is neither missing nor damaged. Additionally, the fuel fill pipe's mating surface should be examined for any cracks or imperfections that could contribute to a leak. Inspecting the fuel fill cap tether cord is also essential. It should not be snagged or caught under the cap, which could prevent a proper seal. If any damage is identified during the inspection, either the fuel fill cap or the fuel fill pipe may need replacing. Addressing any issues at this stage is crucial, as these components are pivotal in maintaining the integrity of the EVAP system. Once the condition of these elements is confirmed, technicians can proceed to the next steps. The third troubleshooting step is straightforward. Turn the ignition switch to the on position, specifically to position 2. This action powers the vehicle's electrical systems, preparing them for further diagnostic procedures. It is essential that all vehicle electrical systems are fully operational before proceeding to the next step. This setting allows for sensor readings and fault code evaluations to be conducted through the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Properly activating the ignition is integral to successful diagnostics, as it ensures the communication lines between the EVAP system and the vehicle's computer are open and functioning correctly. In Step 4, the next action is to clear the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This step effectively clears stored fault codes that may be present in the vehicle's memory. Clearing these codes is essential to conduct a fresh evaluation of the EVAP system without the interference of historical fault codes. After DTCs are cleared, technicians can proceed with functional tests to determine if the EVAP system is operating correctly. Performing this step is a prerequisite for obtaining an accurate understanding of the current state of the system. It ensures that any errors detected are recent and not remnants from previous diagnostics. Step 5 involves executing the EVAP function test via the HDS found in the inspection menu. This test specifically assesses the operability and integrity of the EVAP system under controlled conditions. The outcomes of this test will either confirm that the system is functioning correctly or indicate that further investigation is needed. If the results yield an OK response, it may point to an intermittent failure, meaning that the symptoms may not be currently present but could recur under different conditions. In such a scenario, examining connections and terminals related to the fuel tank pressure, FTP, sensor, and various valves becomes crucial for identifying potential issues. Conversely, if the test results indicate a fault, it necessitates moving forward to the next troubleshooting step. The final troubleshooting step is to turn the ignition switch to the lock position, effectively switching off all electrical systems within the vehicle. This action concludes the current diagnostic session and ensures no signals or modifications are being made during the investigation process. It is essential to effectively disconnect the circuits to gain access to the next diagnostic procedures or repairs that may be necessary. After locking the ignition, technicians can prepare for further checks if needed, including but not limited to deep dives into the wiring, connections, or possible replacement of components if faults persist. Proper handling of this step ensures a smooth transition into any necessary follow-up inspections or repair procedures. After all necessary repairs and replacement of parts linked to the P0455 error code have been performed, the final repair verification step is crucial. This step involves verifying that the repairs were successful and that the vehicle no longer triggers the DTC. Conducting readiness tests is an important part of this verification to ensure that the systems have returned to their proper operating conditions. It is essential to observe that no recurrence of the DTC happens during this verification phase. Confirmation is needed through the diagnostic system to guarantee that functional tests yield positive results. Achieving success at this stage reassures both the technician and the vehicle owner that the underlying issue has been resolved satisfactorily. Implementing preventive maintenance is key to avoiding future issues related to the P0455 code. Regular inspection of fuel system components, including the fuel fill cap and associated hoses, can prevent leaks from developing. Ensuring that the fuel fill cap seals properly can save on costly repairs down the line and maintain vehicle efficiency. Scheduling and conducting periodic emissions checks also provides an opportunity to detect any EVAP system issues early, allowing for timely interventions. These proactive steps promote not only optimal vehicle performance, but also contribute to environmental conservation. Adhering to routine maintenance practices can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering similar DTC errors in the future. In conclusion, understanding the implications of DTC P0455 and the associated evaporative emission control system is vital for maintaining vehicle efficiency and compliance with emissions regulations. Following a systematic approach in troubleshooting, as outlined in this guide, ensures that technicians can accurately pinpoint the root cause of the problem and apply appropriate corrective actions. Regular maintenance, including inspections and proactive strategies, is key to preventing the recurrence of such issues. Being aware of symptoms and implementing preventative measures can significantly enhance both the performance and longevity of the Honda Civic systems. Adopting these practices contributes not only to individual vehicle health, but to broader environmental goals as well. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.